So this is the home page of the grant tracker. This main blurb is in regards to FERPA. It's a reminder that grant tracker is FERPA protected. All of the information inside of grant tracker is only to be used for its intended purpose, and the people who have access to it have to have explicit access. You should not be sharing your username or your computer with others who have not been granted their own access to enter the system. From here, we have the ability to enter 3 different domains of the grant tracker. We have this admin section, which is where we will go in a moment to learn how to add teachers or people of record to our system and eventually take attendance with those people. This reporting section, which we will look at in another video, that talks a lot about the different ways we look at that attendance data for our grant. And this teacher survey, which is something we will be adding to later in the semester. This is that survey that is given out to day school teachers at the end of the year regarding 21st century students' change in behavior. So from here, we're going to click into this admin portal, and this is what we call the responsible party page. If you were familiar with the old system, this was the home page of that old system, so it may look similar. When we scroll down, we see all of the responsible parties or teachers of record who have been added to this grant for this school. There are times when you have new teachers, or maybe you're a new coordinator and you need to be added to this list, and that is what we will go ahead and do now. So when we click on this button, we're going to add a responsible party, and we are given 2 options. We can add someone who is a TUSD employee or who is a non-TUSD employee. If the person is paid for out of the grant, they are most definitely a TUSD employee. If they're paid through Magnet or Title I, they're probably also a TUSD employee, and they will show up in this list when you search for them. When you start to type in the letters of their last name, they will auto-populate. Any person who is an employee with the district will show up regardless of where they are employed. At a different school, at the district, anywhere they will show up here. If you had someone who is a non-TUSD employee, let's say you have a volunteer Girl Scout coordinator or a STEM person who is joining your organization to help out with your STEM objectives, we can add them to the grant and attach attendance to them here. And this is a great way for us to keep track of who our volunteers are, who our community partners are. So we're going to just type in their information. I'm making up the middle initial. Date of birth, this is an arbitrary date. It does not matter what you pick. This is simply our way of designating, oh, that person's a volunteer. Oh, we're not paying that person on our campus. Select gender. You can add in comments if you want to, that so you know what that person's doing. Maybe in the future it'll be helpful to know what type of information you were using that employee for or that non-employee for, but it's completely optional. So I'm going to add non-employee, and you'll see that the user was created. You'll also notice that this is a test. I'm not adding this to live data. Okay, and then if I were to look for that person, she will show up in this list. So you can go from page to page here and find her. You can also type in this search box and they will show up. Here we go. Here she is as a responsible party for this school.